For those of you guys who didn't know, I made the Time 100 most influential people in the world magazine. Time 100. That just got released today. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys who I'm next to. I'm like the first one. So crazy. This is dope. Let me see the full list. Actually, wait a minute. I swear it was different. Pioneers. Pioneers, dude. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could have slipped into that icon. Maybe a Titan. I'll take a Pioneer. I need to be around. I need to be here longer, I feel like, for those. LeBron James. I mean,
you got named was that today? You got named one of the 100 most influential
people in the world, yeah.
Congrats, man. That's dope.
Thank you, man. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's freaking lit.
Top 100, man. Also, Little Nas followed me on Twitter and retweeted my my picture of the horses in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Do you know what number you were on the list or no?
Well, when they sent the list, it was like 41st, but there's not a number on this one specifically.
What the f is this? Snipers! Stream snipers, dude! I can't believe it! The game is such trash, dude! Okay, again, boy, oh my god, dude. Actual snipers at 10 o'clock, dude. Aren't you bidding your fucking homework or some shit? It's never time for a little choco.
Close, I might be able to boogie bomb him.
I can beam him. Headshot it, armor.
He caught me.
He's dropping down here. Above he's open, I believe.
Yep, I got high.
Nice. Frag him. Oh, flash. Frag him again, right under you. One, right under you. I can kill him there, I think. 2 4s under you now.
Yep.
Flash again. 34. You should have, like, no health. Got him?
He's dead, yeah.
I got a jug for you.
He had one. I'm grabbing it.
I'm trying to get into the cannon.
Oh my god! Bro! Yeah!
That was nuts.
Good night!
Oh, he was so weak, but then, oh my.
Yeah, thanks.
What the fuck? There's a guy? Oh, I'm fucking dropping. I'm just looking straight through.
I got one above me. Drop it down.
I have no mask.
Coming down to you. I'm on you.
Oh. Quoi? C'est quoi ce état blanc? Attendez, je veux voir le clip là. Attendez. Pourquoi je suis dans ce truc de Dakota? What the fuck?
Over to Sundown and Monster.
What I like to see right there. Thank you, Golden. And another one joins to the World Cup final stage. Let's go, man. It's got to be such a rewarding feeling to know that you are the best player in your region on this weekend qualifiers. It's crazy.
And also, huge shout out. I know Bala in particular had been talking up Nyx. He was on one of our players to watch, popping off in the elimination and taking home. It's so difficult, particularly in a region like Brazil. All of South America playing in that. It's not just Brazil, Argentina in there as well. You have Chilean players, players from Venezuela, everyone trying to challenge and get a piece. And to be able to be that consistent, not only in the victory rounds, right? It's got to feel good, particularly getting in that week one and knowing you've cemented your spot at that final in New York as Nelpy. Whew, that one stank, but in the best of ways.
Yes, he did indeed. He's going to go ahead and just say, you know what? I'm going to jump back down, go to pick up some of these spoils of war here because he earned it. Nicely done there. And he's still got this rift, the launch pad to get on out of here. So after he collects all of that, he goes out, but not before taking a chunky 70 damage on the rift, the launch pad player right there. Oh, and that's another one.
That's one of the disadvantages of using those recycled utilities. Some other players are generally hanging out by them, trying to punish you, either setting down one of those new poison dart traps or having a spike trap or having a pump in an edit, waiting, knowing you want to utilize it to see whatever you can. You have Boof directly underneath Symphony. Symphony in a little bit of trouble here. Boof trying to find whatever spot he can, trying to edit through, knowing he owns these walls, but needs to be careful because that storm is at his back, and as soon as it closes, it's going to be a 10 tick, but edits his way into Physical's box and takes that one.
And he's still on it. I mean, he's still going on the offense here, even with the zone just now coming out of all that pressure. It is all good. He is back in this game here. And now to make the decision what to drop here, he's going over the AR. Okay, so he does not want the RPG, not just yet. Maybe he's debating. Yep, there it is.
Well, I think grabbing the RPG is safe for now.
It is safe because he's in the bottom.
Well, he's at the bottom, and they're going down the mountain. So the fact that you're not going to have to worry about that, because he's near the low side of that rotation already, he doesn't have to worry about jumping off and getting pressured in that aspect. He can just rotate out and then turn back with the RPG. You see iMiho picking up an Elin there. And
tactical.
Again, so good. Not necessarily talking about the tack right there, but the cone play to come out. We talk about how the best players in solos, we've seen them innovating in these mid-ground tarps to hide themselves in the cones to make it that much more difficult to know as Sense picks up Simo. Now, 4 players need to go down before we hit that first placement threshold of 25 points, or 25 players remaining, where you get 3 points, and then top 15 is 2 more points, right?
That's right. You get 2 more points and a few more if you can get that victory royale, which obviously you want to battle out for. Boogie Bomb comes down. This is 2-for-1 special right here. Lines up the headshot, gets it right there. Base Chris goes down. He leaves the other in the storm. It doesn't even matter anymore. That's a small one in its own. Nelpy is back in his game. Last we saw him, he had just barely 50 shield and 8 health. Now he's at 90-48 with the full loadout.
And inside the top 22, have 2 ballers remaining in iMiho and Ambition. Sheep's in there as well, but all have been chipped out. Any explodes on them will tick through as Miho then abandons his. We're just all rotating with whatever we have in our utility. No more vehicles left here. Boof on that mid ground, looking to find the players towards the backside of the circle. You see everyone finding the rotation, sneaks the RPG in there. Armani going down, Flying Moo also going down as we're into the top 20.
Nice one for Boof right there. He's gonna pick it up. 4 shots left in a rocket launcher here, but he is all good. He's gonna go on and lower himself here. He's not doing so hot on materials. This is why you see him choosing to kind of go to this low ground and look for a box battle right now.
Yeah, and you also have Webs on the backside of the circle rotation right now in between departures and Booth. One of the latest signings for Ghost, but an absolute young lord as well. But we're going to check that high ground right now with Valspar as he challenges onto Sheep. Ambitions picking up Frosties and Booth on the low ground.
No.
Valspar does pick up the Elam, but also getting ticked by Sheep's poison trap, so needs to be careful. Is going to be dropped to 20 effective HP there in terms of his raw health. Does have 60 shields though, so has to be careful. Picking up Drizzy there,
because that's another 50 shot. And there's a player nearby. He just missed it. Lucky for him, though, he's not nearby any edits. He's going to put a little bit of distance between himself here. Out goes the dynamite. Time to get this utility out. This is a lot earlier than Hogman would have normally used it, but I think Hogman would approve because the explosions are causing a lot of issues down in the bottom layer.
The explosions will wreak havoc on the low ground. They do a ton of AoE disruption to those builds. Now you can see Webs kind of posted up. Valspar on there down, but again, more dynamite going out as you have Dilton and Rigoffs trying to find whatever space they can there.
So here we are, just more action, and more action as Rigoffs is looking to jump down and maybe use this heavy sniper here. One player does fall down. He is going to go into the box with them. Ghost Web is going to go down here. Rigoffs, that's the second elimination. He is now fully back in this game here.
Yes, he is. Top 5 going in there. But also, I just want to inform you guys that we did fly that last winner for Brazil a little bit early. We will be doing a correction. That is our fault. The reasoning for that is these replays and the scorings need to wait until all the matches resolve. As you see Rigoffs pick up Saint, that means a couple of matches probably came in, which means at least a lot of hype and a last minute decision coming through. But wanted to apologize for that. We will get the correct one out as soon as we finish this match up. You can see Sparebow trying to get through, everyone working back to the builds, but if they don't own it, it's so difficult since everyone is building with metal and brick. As the player does go down, Rigoffs no longer left as we get into the the top 3.
Wallsper is desperately trying to bandage here, and it doesn't matter because he does get hit again here. Reliable jumps down. He gives up his most dominant position because he hears his shots going down. Can he break this in time and get this one pump? They're both in contention for a one pump here. Who's going to land the big shot first? They do not own any of these walls.
No, don't own any of the walls. Valspar just trying to get through.
Oh,
Does not
he waits
have,
for a little too long.
Didn't have any more room. Was hoping the player would come through and challenge, but you got to be a little more proactive there. Mad reliable.